Hey friends, Sophia Traeger here, and it's confession time. My hair is curly. I woke up and it was straight, and then I walked outside and it's curly. That's my confession. Just kidding. Okay, so here is my confession that goes along with the crazy thing that happened, and I suspect that this is going to happen often, and I'm taking it very lightly with humor and fun because there's nothing else. There's nothing else to do. My confession is that I'm dating. I am on the dating sites. I had resistance to get on the dating sites, such as Tinder and greensingles.com. And yeah, I'm on Tinder. That's the confession. I am on Tinder. Few interesting things have happened. One is up until yesterday, I've been on a few days, I had my profession on there. And you can easily look me up based on that. And I'm very public. So that is not always a good thing. Because, guys see radical pleasurist and intimacy coach, and even though they're smart human beings, something in their primal brain, in their genital area, tells them something else. So they're drawn to that. So I took that off. And because of this crazy story that I'm about to tell you, and I'm going to give some Tinder tips too. So stay tuned for that. This crazy story that I'm going to tell you led me to take my profession off of Tinder so that people are not too quick to be able to look me up just yet. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So here's the story. I receive a message from a match. From a guy. And this actually, I'm going to talk a lot about intuition because I read this guy's profile and there was something funny about it. I mean, like humorous, and I enjoy that. But there was definitely something that said, there's something about this guy that's a little bit off, but I swiped right anyway. Intuition, my friends, it's for dinner. It's real. Okay. So this guy messages me. And he's very complimentary. And he said that he watched my videos and he called me a smart, caring woman. And I'm like, well, thank you very much. And, that feels really good, right? So, but then I let it go, whatever. And he said, I hope we can start chatting. I said, sure, that sounds nice. It was an invitation to a conversation. Here's a tip I wasn't going to talk about, but a really important one. Ask questions, show curiosity. Men, show curiosity. It's really sexy. Ask a question, doesn't matter what the question is. Don't ask a stupid question like, would you like to have sex with me? Ask any question. It keeps the conversation going. I will not respond to a man, even if he messages me, unless he asks a question or there's a clear invitation into a conversation. Maybe the texting is a clear conversation, but no, I want to hear curiosity. So tip number one. So I responded back and I said, hello, whatever. And he asked about my weekend or my week or whatever. And I told him I'm having a great weekend coming up. And I said some things that I'm doing, which clearly implied that I'm busy, right? So he's talking about how he's going camping. Right away, he asks me seriously to go camping with him and his friends. Now, I'm a Sagittarius, and of course, I love adventure, and I've been adventurous before in dating. But now I'm feeling really old-fashioned and I want to be courted and I want to be taking out on normal dates. I'm going to try that on for size, just like normal, like let's meet up for tea in public kind of dates, like not like marathon dates, which I used to really love because I love connecting so deeply with people. So I was like, wow, like you're crazy and I appreciate your spontaneity and all, but I'm going to lovingly decline and, like normal date. He's like, yeah, I'd love to take you out. I'm available, Sunday or Monday. And I'm like, great, thanks. I have an unusually social week and every evening is booked. And I said it because I don't want to be one of those people who's like, I'm booked all this time and not give like an opening, So I said, I'm available this date, which is like a week from now, right? But he continued to ask me to go camping. Like he was selling it. He's like, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be amazing. My friends are really welcoming, this and that. And I was like, okay. I said no because you're a stranger and I'm busy, And then when I told him the date I'm available, he said, wow, that's 2 weeks from now. And then, this is awesome. He said, I don't think you're ready for dating. Weren't you the one on your video who said that if you're not ready, if you're too busy for dating, you shouldn't be dating? And I was like, are you kidding me right now? And I said, way to throw my shit back at me. Well played, my friend. I did the video that yesterday and he took what I said and threw it in my face. So I was like, okay, this is a no. And it continues. He's like, no, I wasn't trying to throw it back in your face. It's just that, like you said you wanted to date, but I don't think you're ready to date. And I was like, I'm not going to go into explaining anything. Like I very much made myself clear. And I said, hey, this is going nowhere. Thanks for the inquiry. Not interested. Be well. And then I unmatched. Unfortunately, because I'm public, he found me on Facebook and he sent me a message in my messenger saying, what do you mean it's not going nowhere? He's like, I'm a great guy and dating is about meeting people. And I didn't respond to that. So here's the important points to that. One is my intuition hit really quickly and it saves a lot of time when the intuition hits and I follow it and I'm committed. Y'all keep me accountable. I'm committed to stopping something immediately. Immediately. As soon as something comes up, and it's a no, it doesn't matter why it's a no, I'm stopping immediately. So that's tip number 2. When you get a hit about somebody, whether it's through their profile or they say one thing, it takes one thing, and you get a hit that says, this is a no, done. You're done. You don't even have to respond. But if you want to, you can say, I'm not interested. It's a great diagnostic tool, actually, if you do want to say no, I'm not interested, to see how the guy reacts, and then you'll know right away how he rolls in life. Like, is he going to be shitty about it, or is he going to be like, oh yeah, thanks for letting me know? That's rare, but it could happen. There's some super conscious, wonderful men out there. That's a huge one, my friends, huge. I will never not listen to my intuition again. Never, 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 never. As Goddess is my witness, never. It's really huge. Number 3, tip number 3 is be yourself from the get-go. Be yourself when you're writing your profile. Say exactly what you want to say. In my profile, I make it very clear that I want marriage, I want babies, and I want to co-create with my soulmate and like go around the world teaching together. Like, I make it very clear. I'm clear about what I love. I'm clear about my desires. I really don't care. Like, I really do not care what people think or say. So be yourself from the get-go, whether it's in your profile, when you're messaging each other, or when you meet up finally in person. Be so clear to yourself. Be preemptive. Be clear about what exactly the kind of experience that you want to have, like the parameters of your experience. If you want to message for a few days and then meet, go on a date, make that very clear in your heart and mind. And if it doesn't happen, release. I'm not even kidding. If you want to be courted, which most women do, then you release completely. Like, there's guys who message me. First of all, I told you my parameters. I will not message a man. If we make a match, I won't do it. He has to message me first. He has to show curiosity. It's not just like, hey, I won't respond to that. Hey, how are you? I will respond to you because it's a question. And I will not prompt a man. I will not coach a man or train a man to ask me questions. I'm just gonna be myself. So be yourself from the get-go. It's a diagnostic tool. I love diagnostic tools. If you're yourself from the get-go, then you will know right away if that person is going to accept you exactly who you are now, in this moment, not 10 years from now, now. For example, I am pretty hippity-dippity. I'm spiritual. I'm woo-woo. I speak that way all the time. I talk about universe, goddess, Shiva Shakti, manifest this. I mean, all the fucking time. I will never not talk that way. Never. If I'm talking to somebody and they're not into that, cool. Like, they have their own beliefs. That is fine. I love you. I accept you for who you are. However, I've had many experiences in my life with partners who not only disagreed with what I believe, which is fine, but they were very condescending and patronizing. Like, oh, that's really cute. Look at you believing in the universe and God and shit. Look, that's cute. That does not work for me. No, you don't have to believe what I believe, but you absolutely 100% have to support and accept me as I am, period. And the same thing, I need to accept whoever I'm with as well, whatever their beliefs are. They don't have to be like me. They don't have to believe what I believe. So yeah, so I'm hippity-dippity to the max. Not on purpose, just because that's how I am. And I'll know right away if somebody is going to be patronizing. I'm also not trying to convert anybody into anything. I'm just myself. So be yourself, because you're awesome. You're amazing. Whoever you are in the world, do not mold or mend or please anybody. Like, it's the same for guys. Like, be yourself. You know what I mean? Be yourself from your highest self, of course. Always be improving yourself and be in self-inquiry and da-da-da-da, like all that stuff. So yeah, the 3 tips are, I can't remember the first one. The second one is say no right away. Listen to your intuition if it's a no, because you know when it's a no. Write out your red flags. My red flag list is probably going to get longer. And 2, be yourself from the get-go. It's a diagnostic tool. Man, I wish I could remember what number 1 was. I don't remember. Anyways, that is it, my friends. I am dating now. I will probably talk about it a lot. It's an adventure. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I mean, when I think about it, the old Sophia would be very like, oh, I'll give him a chance. He didn't mean anything by it. He's just nervous. It's not, no. When I hear a no, it's a no. It saves me a lot of time. It's beautiful. And I do have a positive experience where a man from Green Singles was interacting with me and something triggered me and I was like, it's a no. I was going to go out with him and then it was a no. You are allowed to change your mind at any time. At any time. I give you permission. And I didn't respond to him. And he continued to message me. And I did decide to respond because I felt like he was a very kind soul. And I said, you know, he canceled the date, whatever, that wasn't a big deal. I said, it's not that you canceled a date that triggered my intuition. It was something that you said about your ex-wife. And I was honest about it because I don't care. I said something you said about your ex-wife triggered me because he was blaming, not triggered me as in like, ex-wife. It was something that like the dynamic between them. And I'm very intuitive. So I said, that's what triggered my intuition. And I decided not to respond. And he responded, again, diagnostic. He responded with, thank you for, you know, your intuitive sense, and I wish you well. And I was like, sweet, this is what I'm talking about. Humans interacting with humans. It was really sweet. So yeah, I'm excited. Whoever it is that I get to meet or hang out with in person is going to be super fun because that's the intention that I'm going in with. That is all, my friends. Let's have fun together. More stories to come. Let me know your thoughts. Like, what are your thoughts about Tinder or any online dating that you're on? And how are you showing up as yourself? And what has been the outcome? Share your thoughts. Share your stories. Let's have fun together. So I love you all. Mwah. You're always welcome to have a conversation with me. If you want to, let me know. I know a lot of stuff about this. Okay, my friends, have an amazing day. Bye-bye.